We welcome you to another live edition of the Sports Box, brought to you by our sponsor, Showcase Sports in Hamilton. Showcase Sports for the elite athlete. And by our friends over at CrowdPlay. Download the free CrowdPlay app today and check them out at www.crowdplayapp.com for details. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to Cage My IQ. I am your host, D-Big. Today we will be previewing one on TNT 2, which will have a championship matchup, as you can see right here, between Christian Lee versus Timofey Nastyukhin for their World Championship lightweight division. And then in the other matchup, there will be an atomweight Muay Thai bout between Janet Todd and Anne-Line Hogstad, which is going to be this Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The second card by one shown in the U.S. There used to be 3 fights on this card, but then the other 2 wound up getting scrapped, canceled due to injury or COVID. So that's why they added the Janet Todd versus Anne-Line Hogstad matchup. So we're only going to have 2 to preview today. So let me get right into the very first one, which is the championship matchup, as you can see, between Christian Lee and Timofey Nastyukhin. In this matchup, it's going to be very interesting. Timofey Nastyukhin's coming in after having a very high last couple of bouts. He is the number 3 ranked guy in the division. He's known for his power. He's known for his explosiveness. Something that Christian Lee kind of saw with Yuri Lapicus, where he's the kind of guy that's going to rush up and explode on you. And he's going to present some interesting problems for Christian Lee. But in this matchup, I just feel like Christian Lee has dealt with this. He knows how to handle these kind of guys with power. It's crazy that for him to be 23 and I've already dealt with so many of these matchups that he should be able to handle it. The way I see this going is I feel like Christian Lee's wrestling is going to play a big part in this. I feel like he's going to let Nastyukhin explode on in, and he's going to counter that. He's going to let him go in, miss. He's going to counter that with wrestling. He's going to control him on the mat. He's going to control things the Christian Lee way. And then I feel like he's going to finish him in the second round. I could see a second round submission by Christian Lee, or I could see this go in the distance and him just completely getting Timothy out of his element and dominating. So I either have Christian Lee winning by second round submission or by unanimous decision in all 5 rounds. I got Christian Lee winning this. I don't think it's going to be close, but that there is a hindsight that if Timothy Nastyukhin can catch Christian Lee early, I could see it being a first-round knockout by Nastyukhin. I just don't see that happening. With the guys that he's faced the past 2 times around since winning the belt, I don't see Christian Lee giving this belt up right at the moment. I think he's going to stay the champion. And in the second fight of the 2-fight main card, we have a Muay Thai matchup between Janet Todd versus Anne-Line Hogstad. This is a match in a Muay Thai bout. This is a matchup that was added later on because we had a 3-fight card with 2 fights getting dropped, like I said before, and then they added this one. This is going to pit the number 2 and number 4 ranked women in this Muay Thai bout in atomweight division. This is likely is going to decide who's going to challenge for the atomweight championship here. You got Janet Todd, who's been a mainstay. She's been fighting very well lately. And then you got Anline Hogstad, who's developed her own style and has come into this looking really well. But she's come back to the one championship. The one thing to be leery about this is because of COVID restrictions and everything in our country, she's had to build a gym in her house instead of going to training at a normal gym and a normal routine. She's had to start a new routine at her house, and then she's made a makeshift gym in her bedroom. So I'm kind of leery to pick Anline Hogstad in this, just for the fact that I don't know what to expect from her, because she's had to adjust dramatically to a new schedule compared to Janet Todd. So in this matchup, I feel like Janet Todd, she's the hotter fighter, and she's had the more stable camp. I'm still going to go with Janet Todd by a unanimous decision here. I think she's going to do well in this matchup with all of those craziness going on. I think she's going to win this. She's then going to challenge for the title, and she's going to look well. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with, in my opinion. And I wouldn't say count Anline Hogstad out, but I'd be surprised if she comes in with her A game. You know, that she's had all these things to deal with COVID, and then moving her gym to her own house, because that's a big difference when you're limited with how you can train. So on this card, I got right here. I got Christian Lee by second round submission, and I got Janet Todd by unanimous decision. I wish there was more fights on the main card, but there isn't. At least they could salvage this. They were able to keep the great main event intact. Christian Lee is one of those guys. He's going to be a big piece for one now and then the future, with him only being 23. And I'm looking forward to seeing how much more he grows. And I hope that with all these 4 cards on TNT in the U.S., that they continue in the future to market in the U.S., because it's going to be a game changer for MMA. But that is our show for right now. Just a small preview for this Wednesday, considering there's only 2 fights on the main card. Definitely check them out. Check out all of our content. We are Cage My IQ. You can go to our YouTube page at Cage My IQ. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us. Let us know what you think of all of our previews, recaps, and interviews. Let us know. We would like to know what you think. We value everybody's opinion. And then come check us out on all of our socials right here on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram down below. And then also subscribe to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/CageMyIQ. We go live every Monday at 8:30 to recap UFC events. And then we're also going to be doing live streams for events in the future. Most likely the first one's going to be for the UFC event in Jacksonville. So check us out on there. Let us know what you think. And then we'll also don't hesitate to follow our affiliate, the Sports Box. Great group of podcasters on there. You can find them all at all the handles right there below. Ask them any questions and comments you have in any sport. They will get back to you. But I'm your host, D-Bake. This was the One on TNT 2 preview. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you for watching this episode of Cage My IQ on the Sports Box. Please remember to follow us on all of our social media outlets. On Facebook at Sportsbox Show, Twitter at Sportsbox Show, Instagram at The Sportsbox Show. Find us on YouTube and join Outside the Box, our Facebook sports discussion group. The Sports Box is brought to you by our sponsor, Showcase Sports in Hamilton. Showcase Sports for the elite athlete. And also our friends over at CrowdPlay. Download the free CrowdPlay app today and use promo code THEBOX at sign up for 10 free points. Thank you for joining us.